You don't need to rush. Come and tell me who you're looking for. Since the Valley Master of the Valley of 100 Grasses has invited you, please proceed through Yingshen Gate. Well, do you still have any questions? Oh, I almost forgot this is your first time here. Since the era of Goddess Lan Yaoqi, 900 years ago, we did much to improve Cloudrise. And that's why we have such elegant houses and beautiful scenery today. It really is very easy to get lost if you don't have any guidance. The gateway in front of you is Yingshen Gate. It might look normal, but Venerable Lan Yaoqi has cast a special enchantment on it. No one with evil intentions can pass through it. After Yingshen Gate, you got the Lotus Terrace. There's a white lotus on the terrace that is fragrant, clear, calming, and our dear Cloudrise's treasure. On the other side of the Lotus Terrace is the Yaotian Palace. The name is our homage to the goddess. It's the most important place in Cloudrise. Every elder will go there to discuss important matters. You guessed correctly. It's there too, of course.
Here. I appear to have been here before. Originally, it was... I
have a question for you. You're stuttering and not being sincere, so you'd better go home now. That's a bit like Master Yi Yang's style. Master Zhen Yang once spoke of the talented sword fighters all over the world and said that Yi Yang was the only one with the future prospect of becoming invincible with his sword. After 30 years, the Master finally got to see Yi Yang in the Yellow Springs. Master Kun Wuzi is already here. You're a student, so listen to all his instructions.
When you're holding it in your hand, it's also time to surrender yourself over to the lunar mirror of distant dreams.
Of course it sounds familiar. Before her enlightenment, the goddess Yaoqi took this artifact with her wherever she went. Every student knows that it's extremely useful.
There's only one lunar mirror of distant dreams in the whole world, and it's kept in intoxicating dreams. My master is...
Pardon?
My master likes to save his money. Why did he give you that? What you're holding in your hand right now is just...
A core imitation?
Yes. That's exactly what I mean.
If you two keep bickering, I'll make you guard the fire pit for a month. You now have the lunar mirror of distant dreams. If you're lucky, you'll be able to use pets to connect to it and visit unexplored places. And you can even use it to work out the future. I'll cast the spell for you this time. It'll be helpful if you can awaken your blade heart.
Don't despair. The brother learned the art from Master Chongyang. And these masters here are no match for him, let alone you.
Yes, you're right, but you need to look on the bright side. Back then, the master saw that you were talented and took you on as a student. But nobody could have guessed you'd spend all the time being so insolent. You never study or practice diligently.
Yeah, I know. You're too grouchy. It'll give you wrinkles.
The PvP duel takes place in a month. If you get cold feet before then, the master will have a suitable punishment.
Why have you come?
Hey? My big brother let me come here. At the end of the duel, you landed a powerful blow on my Tai Bai and Shenmai acupuncture points. Was it not your intention that I come to the peak of Tai Bai at the appointed time?
Sword techniques are easy to learn, but beautiful jade is seldom seen. These are my handwritten notes. Study them carefully.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Major disaster is coming. Spell sword students,
I beg you to take greater care of them.
There's a real resonance. This method seems to work. When the three swords were sleeping in the Jiandun Stonehouse, I used my soul force from the Blade Heart to set up a dream world called Intoxicating Dreams. Only those chosen by the Blade Hearts of the three swords can use the soul force of the fragment to sense the Blade Hearts and connect with them. This way, their spiritual consciousness can even enter Intoxicating Dream. It is home to many Blade Heart fragments, and also the treasures and rare talents I have discovered over the years. If you're lucky...
The main section of the Lunar Mirror of Distant Dreams is here. If you wish to use it in the future, you can connect to it by moving your...
Had you not demonstrated bravery and self-sacrifice during the demon's attack, I would have sent you to the Elder of the Order to be punished for your ill-considered words just now. Without a sufficient amount of practice, none of the soul swords on the mountain will react to you. Not even if you manage by hook or by crook to create the formation. Now, that's the spirit of a spell sword. If not for that, I would have assumed that Zhenren Nanqing was wrong about you. Relax. She told me a few things after the demon army was defeated, and when the time has come, the three spell swords, Jing Shao, Jing Hong, and Yi Shu, will be in attendance. You must handle the swords with sincerity. You've only been here for a short while and don't know all the teachers yet. You should pay a visit to all three spell swords, if you're lucky. By the way, Sister Qing Shao is in poor health and should not exert herself too much. But she's very hard.
Cannot be cast.
This jade mine has been flooded for years. It must be drained using a great fire before anyone can utilize it again. Bring me the green steel coal from my storehouse. Is that you? My brother Cheng Yu never praised anyone, but in the last few days he made frequent mentions of you, saying you were very strong and smart. A rare thing, that. They say that you decapitated many devastators with your sword. Is that true? Luck or no luck, you did me a great service. Yuen, come quick and thank the one who saved you.
The monster had injured me that day, and I was unconscious. I was only a few meters away from the Devastator. If you hadn't acted in time, I wouldn't be here.
No need to be so modest. I would like to return the favor for what you did for me. Unfortunately, I have nothing that I could give you apart from these sword crafting materials. This hidden tassel might look plain and simple, but the materials used are the same that... You started your training quite late, so you won't know about this. 30 years ago, the spell sword students were not particularly concerned with forging swords. Neither did they make any efforts to... Yi Yang was both the Master Brother's first student and the most important descendant of Shenren Chongyang. Unfortunately, he was killed in the battle at the Qin Mausoleum. The Shenren was devastated and decided to go to Tianyong City and ask the immortal Zhu Yin for advice on the forge. Just a shame that Yi Yang would never use these swords. To commemorate Yi Yang, the Shenren crafted his last ever scabbard and named it Fuguang Chongdao. It was placed before Yi Yang's grave. I'm giving it to you. I hope you'll be just as strong as Yi Yang was. Don't mention it. You've earned this. After all, how can your sword moves be bad if the swords you have are good? These are all moves you learned at the start of your training.
不必心急，待你准备完毕再来寻我便是。
I learned the art of swordsmanship using the 9 secrets of the spell swords. Whenever you use these techniques, sword mana will sparkle in the sky like a rainbow. You can even use it to attack enemies who are a distance away. Apparently, it's possible to control the sword mana even when it is 1,000 miles away. And since the foundation of the Taiwa school, Yi Yang has been the only student to learn.
Cannot be cast.
The smell of medicine. Is Master Xingzhao nearby? Your name seems so familiar. Oh, I remember. You're the new student who helped Genren protect Sword Guardian Hoshan. After just a few years, we've already highly promising new blood such as you appearing among the spell swords. It seems I'll have to work hard not to be surpassed by you. When I praise you, you don't need to be so humble. If you reject my praise so quickly, doesn't that point to a defect in your self-assessment? Since Grandmaster Zheng Yang left, all the spell swords have become much more careful and formal. Although it is a tradition for us in Taihua not to torture caged monsters, we are by no means foolish or naive. We'll use our swords without any remorse when faced with an enemy. I was watching you from afar. The grace in your moves is similar to that of Master Xingzhao. She might not have drawn her sword in a very long time, but she does seem to expect great things of you. So I've agreed to observe your swordsmanship. My elder brother Jing Yu often said that I don't fully focus when I'm excited. I fear I might injure you, so it's best for you to train with these rune spirits for now.
The spell sword has 9 secret tricks for revealing everything.
Bladestorm works best in melee combat. Sword mana. When practicing the 9 secrets of the spell swords, it is important not just to learn from one another, but also to practice the core skills. It is absolutely essential to practice meditation, breathing, and focus every day. Wow, that was fast. I haven't seen the younger generation make use of such an agile sword technique for a long time. The trick you just used is the same that Founder Shisha used to injure Hong Yu. The one who was imprisoned inside the Taihua instance. Taihua was founded because of him and lasted until today. Talk about that later. The world is large and broad, which is why I won't be able to teach at just any time in the future. But since 2 of my students are on a spiritual journey at the moment, one is called Yi Nan. He's my highest ranking student. He's been with me since his childhood. Along with swordsmanship, he also trains stamina and tenacity. He can equal. The other is called Yi Bei. Since he sought quick success back then, he had problems with his cultivation at first. Although he was able to change his attitude later, his physical appearance no longer changed, and so he is trapped in the body of a 13 or 14-year-old.
Oh, it's you. But why at this time? Don't you have to rest? And don't you wish to talk to Xingyun for a while? She's with Master Qingyu. Why so shy all of a sudden? Qingyun's skills with the sword might not be great, but her beauty is without equal among the spell swords.
Zhenren, the sword formation has been established, but Sister Jingsha, who's guarding Jun's position, is still recovering from her injuries. So there's still one person missing.
The Xingye Palace students are currently following the Jinren, who is in charge of guarding the mountain ward. They don't have time now to go to Sunken Jade Lake, but I just thought of someone else. Judging from your sword manner, you were taught by Xing Xiao and Xing Hong. I hope they instructed you well. Now then, you're about to learn some skills of the Qin. First, stand over there in the sword grounds.
Now let's learn about basic actions. Qi is restored automatically over time. It is restored instantly when performing level 3 of Mysterious Swords. Consume sword mana to use the core ability Concussion Sword. You can charge Cloud Dragon Strike by holding down the button. Cloud Dragon Strike will consume sword intent when charging. The more sword intent consumed, the higher the damage. So try to cast the skill when you have 5 sword intent. use these skills in everyday combat. You can also learn new things by repeating old things.
I was just watching you very closely. When you're controlling the sword formation, don't think about winning or losing. Instead, concentrate on the entire situation and then make the right decisions. This habit, it reminds me of Brother Yi Chen. Although we haven't met yet, we can join our hearts thousands of miles away.
Cannot be cast. Cannot be cast. Cannot be cast.
The three spell swords might all be of a different temperament, but in terms of morals and cultivation, they're all first choice. It's best you get on well with them, and of course that you learn a lot. Now that you've met them, you may learn some new things. When you climbed the mountain, the older students told you that founder Genren Shisha taught the Taiwa branch the ways of united Taoism in order to keep the demon Huang Yu at bay for a long time. Taiwa weathered a countless number of storms over the past 500 years. Up until a year ago, when the Genren was killed and the immortal He Shua fled, the two branches were without a leader. We had no choice but to separate the spell. That's a mystery which needs to be solved. If you really... Although everyone in Taiwan knows that He Shua did not get on well with the Genren, but I've been at the school for many years. I know he's a genuine person. You have great ambitions, but I hope you will always remember that you're not just a... The Genren died. The murderer has not yet been found. On top of all that, demons are attacking the mountain. Neither the spell swords nor the bards can deal with the situation all by themselves. If the Taiwa instance falls, the world will be in grave danger. The word is that the three grand bards sent someone to contact the Elder of the Banner. They wish to put an end to the disputes of the past and work together with our spell swords. I hope you'll keep today's words in mind.
You've been away for so long. I've been waiting for you for a while. Let me ask you, has your connection with the Blade Heart weakened again following this journey? Don't get your hopes up. This method can only heal the symptoms. If you wish to find a remedy for the cause, you will need to go to the Heavenly Ridge yourself and ask for Diwang's sacrifice formation to be performed. Well, this formation is driven by the power of yin and yang.
It is said that a single yin is not born and a single yang does not grow.
Take the chi in order to retain the yin and yang, and I will be with you quickly.
They don't understand what you're saying. Don't waste your breath. I have everything you need. The remaining Crimson Cloudstones used for soul control are a speciality of Wusai Village on the Heavenly Ridge. You can find them yourself when you're there. If you're having any difficulties, ask the young summoner, Feng Ming.
By the way, it is said a number of Wuchao nocturnal spirits recently appeared in Wutsai Village. They look